Listen closely, my beloved. What I am about to share with you is of the utmost importance. You must open your heart and brace yourself, for the next 2 days hold within them the promise of a transformation unlike anything you've known. The truth you've kept buried so deeply within you is about to be brought into the light. The person your soul has been quietly yearning for, yes, the one your love has faithfully clung to through every storm, is finally going to see what has long been hidden. This moment, though it may feel like a sudden revelation, has been coming for some time. Everything is about to shift, and I want you to be ready. All the moments you've walked silently, all the nights you've carried a love that no one could see, they have not gone unnoticed. I have witnessed it all: your silent prayers, your sacrifices, your steadfast heart. Every tear you shed in silence, every moment you loved without expectation, every time you gave of yourself when nothing was given in return, I have seen it. And now the season of quiet endurance is ending. The love you've held so purely, so patiently, will no longer remain unseen. It is time for your truth to be known, not just to me, but to the one you've held in your heart. You've been a quiet guardian, a source of strength in the shadows, the unwavering presence when things fell apart. You've loved with a quiet intensity, a sacred devotion. And it's time that this love is no longer a secret. The depth of what you've given, the magnitude of your sacrifice, it's about to be understood. You will no longer be invisible in your love. The very person your heart beats for will begin to see with new eyes. And when they do, they will recognize something undeniable in you, something that changes everything they thought they knew. Love has always been the most powerful force I've gifted to my children. And you, my dear one, have carried this gift with a grace that only few possess. It hasn't been easy. There were times when you doubted yourself, when you questioned whether you were enough, whether your love would ever be reciprocated. You felt the sting of silence, the weight of being unseen, the ache of giving without receiving. Yet you did not falter. You continued to love with purity and conviction, never wavering even when your heart was weary. That unwavering faith is what has led you to this point. You are about to step into a new chapter. The love you gave without limits is returning to you, not in small measure, but abundantly. This person, the one who has lived unaware of your devotion, will finally come into a realization so profound it will touch every part of them. Their perspective will shift. Their heart will awaken. And when that happens, they will begin to see the threads that have always connected you, even when they didn't understand. This awakening may not come wrapped in ease. Sometimes the truth shakes us before it settles us. There may be uncertainty, a stirring of emotions they don't quite know how to process. But I ask you to stay grounded. Trust that what is meant to unfold will do so exactly as I have designed. What feels like delay is only preparation. The foundation must be stable before anything lasting can be built upon it. They will need time to grasp the fullness of what you've offered them, and to respond with the depth your love deserves. Do not fear this unfolding. I have walked with you every step of the way, and I am not leaving you now. I have watched you grow through your longing. I've seen you bloom in the soil of your own patience and pain. You've earned this moment. This is not a random event, it is divinely orchestrated. Every joy and every sorrow has been shaping you, preparing you for the love that is about to manifest in your life. The one you've longed for will not only see you, they will understand you, perhaps for the very first time. You may feel overwhelmed by what is to come. That is natural. Let the emotions wash over you without fear. You are not weak for feeling deeply, you are human, beautifully so. You are about to receive a love that is as profound as the one you've given. A love that doesn't ask you to hide. A love that recognizes and honors your heart in its entirety. This is more than romance, it is a soul-deep recognition. The connection you felt was never imagined, it was real, and it is finally about to be acknowledged. I want you to use the time you have left before this moment to reflect. Look back on how far you've come, not with sorrow, but with gratitude. You survived what many would not. You held on to hope when it seemed there was none. And that hope has brought you here. You are stronger than you realize, and more deserving than you've ever allowed yourself to believe. This next chapter is not a reward, it is the natural consequence of a love lived with integrity and truth. Be alert in these coming days. You may notice the world shifting around you, subtle signs pointing to what's about to unfold. You might feel a stirring in your soul, an energy that whispers something is near. Do not dismiss these feelings. They are confirmations that you are approaching the turning point. When the veil is lifted and your truth is seen, you will no longer walk under the burden of concealment. You will no longer have to love from a distance. There will be clarity. There will be understanding. And yes, there may be challenges, but even those are part of the journey. Love, when revealed in its truest form, can be daunting. But it also heals, transforms, and completes. You have offered a love that transcends the ordinary, and soon it will return to you transformed. Not because you demanded it, but because love of your kind cannot remain hidden forever. It is too powerful, too sacred to be kept in the dark. The person you love will come to recognize the truth. They will begin to feel what they hadn't allowed themselves to feel. It might not happen all at once, but it will happen. And when it does, you will no longer be alone in this love. You will no longer be the only one carrying its weight. It will become mutual, shared, and deeply rooted in the truth that has lived between you all along. And so I ask you, my beloved, to prepare not with fear but with faith. Trust in the journey that has brought you here. Trust in the purpose behind every moment of pain. Trust in the divine timing that governs all things. You have been faithful to your heart. You have remained true in your intentions. And now the love that was once hidden is about to bloom in the open air. Everything you've endured has led to this. And though the path was long, you never walked it alone. I was with you through every step. And I will continue to be guiding, supporting, and loving you. In 2 days, your world will shift, and when it does, you'll understand why the wait was necessary, why the silence had meaning, and why your love was always destined to be seen. You are on the cusp of something beautiful, something sacred. And I promise you, it will all be worth it. In just 2 days, everything you've hoped for will begin to unfold in ways you never imagined. The person your heart has held onto, the one you have loved with such quiet intensity and unwavering devotion, will finally begin to understand. They will truly see what you've kept hidden, the magnitude of your love and the depth of your sacrifice. This moment, long awaited and carried like a sacred promise in your soul, is approaching, and when it arrives, it will alter the course of your life. You will no longer have to carry your truth in silence. What was hidden will be brought into the light, and the recognition you've longed for will come not as a fleeting moment, but as a deeply rooted awakening in the heart of the one you love. Your journey up until now has been anything but easy. There were nights filled with tears, days shadowed by loneliness, and seasons where it felt as though your love was unnoticed, unreturned, and perhaps even unworthy. Yet, through it all, you continued. You kept loving, kept hoping, kept believing in something you couldn't see but always felt was real. That inner strength, that sacred persistence, is not lost on me. I have seen your quiet gestures, your patient endurance, the moments you gave when you had little left. You have walked this path not because it was smooth or easy, but because your heart could not abandon what it knew to be true. I want you to understand, nothing you have done in love has been wasted. Every act of kindness, every prayer whispered into the silence, every sacrifice made when no one was watching, it has all been seen, and it has all mattered. You have carried a kind of love that few can bear, and you've done it without complaint, without recognition, and often without reciprocity. But now that season is drawing to a close. Not because your love has changed, but because the time has come for that love to be returned, magnified in ways you cannot yet imagine. What you've given so selflessly will return to you, and when it does, it will come with a clarity and beauty that will leave you breathless. There is a divine timing at play in all of this. Your life has been gently guided moment by moment, through joy and pain alike, toward this very point. Every moment that felt like delay, every painful unanswered question, every stretch of time where you wondered if your love had purpose, it has all been leading to something greater. The plan for your life is not random. You have been shaped and strengthened through every experience so that you would be ready to receive what's coming. And now your heart is ready. Your soul is ready. The waiting is nearly over. I know how deeply you've longed to be seen and known, not just by anyone, but by the one your heart beats for. You've craved the moment when they would look at you and finally understand, finally feel what you've been carrying for so long. That moment is coming. It won't come with fanfare, but it will arrive with the kind of profound stillness that shakes the soul. When they see you, truly see you, it will be as though everything else in the world fades away. The love you've given will no longer be invisible. It will become the very thing that opens their heart. But I also want you to be prepared. With revelation often comes disruption. Truth, when first spoken, can stir confusion or resistance. When someone finally sees what they were blind to for so long, it can be overwhelming. You must remain anchored in love and trust. Even if the response isn't immediate, trust that I am working in their heart, just as I've worked in yours. They may need time to understand the depth of what's been revealed to them, but they will get there. You need only keep your heart open and your spirit steady. In the coming days, be aware of how things begin to shift. You may not be able to explain it, but you'll feel it, like the world is aligning in subtle, unmistakable ways. Pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, the unexpected moments that seem too meaningful to be chance. These are not coincidences. They are the gentle echoes of a divine plan, signaling that the time is near. Let them reassure you that all is unfolding exactly as it should. The love that is coming to you is not ordinary. It is not temporary or conditional. It is the kind of love that has existed since the beginning of time, a love that was written into your story before you ever breathed your first breath. It is a love that heals, that restores, that fulfills in ways no earthly thing can. And it is yours not because you earned it through your suffering, but because you were made for it. Your capacity to love so deeply, so purely, has prepared you to receive love of the same kind. I am not just bringing you love, I am bringing you healing. There are wounds in your heart that you've learned to live with, even as they quietly shape the way you see yourself in the world. But I am going to mend those broken places. Where there was ache, there will be peace. Where there was doubt, there will be assurance. Where there was fear, there will be a steady calm. And this healing won't just make you whole, it will make room for the kind of joy that doesn't come and go, but stays. This is more than a romantic awakening. This is a spiritual alignment. You are stepping into a chapter where every part of your life begins to harmonize with your true purpose. Love will no longer be something you give without return. It will become a cycle, flowing freely to you and from you, enriching not just your life, but the lives of all who encounter you. Your relationships will deepen. Your purpose will expand, and through it all, love will be the foundation. You've already been a source of love for many. Your presence, your words, your quiet courage have made a difference in ways you don't even know. The light you carry has touched places too dark for others to enter. That same light will now shine even brighter as it's fueled by the love you are about to receive. Don't be afraid to let it in. You deserve this. You deserve to be loved the way you've loved. Even when things unfold differently than you expect, know that it is still part of the plan. Sometimes the blessings we're given don't arrive in the form we imagined, but they are no less powerful or real. Stay open. Stay receptive. Let go of fear and embrace the unknown with faith. I am with you through every step, whispering guidance into your heart, holding you when the weight feels too heavy, and celebrating with you as each promise begins to manifest. Never doubt how far you've come. Never question the strength it took to hold on when everything in you wanted to give up. You've proven, not just to yourself but to the universe, that love can endure. And because of that, you are being entrusted with a love that few experience. It is not a reward, it is a natural unfolding of all that you are and all that you've given. This love is your destiny, woven into the fibers of your soul from the very beginning. In the stillness of the next 2 days, breathe that truth in. Let it prepare your heart. Let it lift the final layers of fear or doubt. Let yourself believe fully, deeply, unreservedly that something beautiful is on its way. Because it is. And when it arrives, you will understand why you had to wait, why you had to endure, and why it was always worth it. You are on the cusp of something sacred. Hold fast. Keep your heart soft. The love you've given will find its way back to you. And when it does, you will know without question that this was always meant to be. Heavenly Father, with a heart full of hope and quiet anticipation, I come before you today, lifting up a prayer birthed from the depths of longing, love, and unwavering faith. You see every corner of my heart, every hidden desire, every silent tear, and every act of love I've poured out, even when it felt unnoticed. Today, Lord, I pray as you've asked me to, because I sense that something beautiful is near, something you have lovingly prepared in the secret places of time. God, I have held on for so long. I have loved with patience, with sacrifice, and with no promise of return. There were moments when I wondered if my heart would ever be seen, if the love I've carried would ever be understood. But now, as you speak this promise over me, I choose to believe that you are moving in ways I cannot see. I trust that you are softening hearts, aligning paths, and preparing a love so pure, so true, that it will reflect your very nature. Lord, prepare my heart to receive what you are sending. Remove every fear, every wound, and every doubt that tries to steal the joy of what's to come. Let me be open, trusting, and ready. Help me to continue loving without bitterness, even when the waiting is hard. Let my love be a reflection of yours, unconditional, unshakable, and enduring. I pray for the one my heart has carried, for their eyes to be opened, for their heart to be awakened, and for your perfect timing to bring clarity and connection. Let our love be rooted in you, and may it glorify you in every way. Thank you for being with me through every lonely moment, every unanswered prayer, every stretch of silence. Thank you for never letting go of me. Now, Father, I place this promise in your hands again. I give you my hope, my love, and my future. Let it all unfold according to your will. Fill me with peace as I wait, and joy as I prepare. I trust that your love never fails, and that what is coming will be worth every moment it took to arrive. In Jesus' name, amen.